Welcome to Joyful Jen Yoga. Today's practice is going to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more invigorating perhaps. So if you're kind of looking to take it more easy today, you might find one of the gentler practices on the site. Otherwise, if you're feeling like moving, grooving, maybe throwing in a couple arm balances, this might be for you. If you aren't comfortable flowing through vinyasas like chaturanga to up dog and down dog, again, this might not be the right practice for you today. So just kind of honor and see if this makes sense for you. So coming into whatever comfortable seat works. I'm kneeling currently, sitting on a block. You can take your hands to whatever position feels good. We'll just start to take a few breaths in and out through our nose, just setting our body up for practice. Try to commit during practice to breathe in and out through the nose. You might even layer in that ujjayi sound, that ocean sound to your breath. On your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up overhead, and on exhale, let your right hand come down to the mat. Reach your left arm up and over. Inhale, lift all the way up. Left arm over to the left, right arm stretches, breathing into your side body. Inhale, arms sweep up, then take hands down to hearts. If you're sitting on anything, go ahead and slide it off to the side, and we'll come on to all fours. We'll start to tuck our toes, and if it feels good, you'll sink your hips back to your heels a few times, just kind of rocking forward and back. And then if you find that your feet tolerate that opening, you could always sit back on your heels, intensifying the stretch through the bottoms of your feet. If you'd like, you could then float your knees up off the ground, playing with balance. Regardless of what you're choosing to do here on your mat, as long as you're breathing, you're doing exactly what you ought to be doing. Take another inhale, and exhale, slowly release your hands down, walk your feet back, and just start to walk out a downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other, stretching your heels down, exploring how the soles of your feet feel. And then letting your knees come to the ground, untucking your toes, pressing your hips to your heels, child's pose. So coming right back in to a stretch, but this time for your ankles and the tops of your feet. Inhale, work your way up to all fours. Send your right leg straight back behind you, left arm forward. Find that balance. Take an inhale, exhale, elbow to knee under your body. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out one more time, hug elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch back out, release your hand, release your knee. Switch sides. Left leg reaches, right arm reaches forward. We'll take an inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, stretch out. Take your hands and knee to the ground. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, round. One more time. Heart pulls forward and round. Inhale, find neutral. Extend that right leg straight back. Tuck your left toes and consider lifting all the way up into a three-legged dog. Full inhale. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. You might take your hands on blocks here as you lower the left knee to the ground. Inhale, pull your heart forward into a low lunge. And then exhale, straighten back out. Pull those right toes into your shin. Lengthen spine and then soften over your right leg. Bend back into your right knee. Pull the right foot back underneath you. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, find neutral and extend the left leg straight back. Connect to your center as you tuck your right toes and press up and back into a three-legged dog. Full inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right knee lowers down. Walking hands to blocks if you'd like. Find that stretch through the front of your right hip. And then straightening that left leg back, lengthening spine, and folding in. Feel that steady breath, encouraging the opening through the back of that left leg. And then re-bend into the left knee, blocks off to the side, step it back to all fours, tuck your toes and work your way up and back to down dog. Walk yourself slowly forward to the top of your mat. And when you arrive, inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms stretch on up, and hands come to hearts. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky. You might even widen your feet a little bit here. Open up through your front body. Take a breath in and exhale, release. Walk your feet so they're about hips-width distance apart. Drop your bum, reach your arms, find a slightly wide leg, Utkatasana or chair pose. Feel your glutes engage, press your hips back. Take a full inhale. And on exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen spine, and then step it back to high plank. Shift forward onto your tiptoes, let your knees land. Lower all the way down to the ground. You might have a little waggy tail in your face. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, soften. Shift up and back into downward facing dog, and then step the right foot forward. Staying on the ball of the back foot or landing the left heel, we'll inhale up into warrior one. Full breath in. Exhale, hands touch down. Step back, lower halfway, or all the way, untuck toes. Pull your heart forward into cobra or up dog if that suits you. Shift all the way back to down dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel pivots down. Arms stretch up. Find your warrior one, take another inhale. Exhale, hands touch down. Step it back, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, pull your heart forward, up dog or cobra, and then back over toes, downward facing dog. Notice if your heart rate has elevated any or if your breath feels like it's quickening. Take these pauses in down dog to reset your breath. Look forward, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees, draw your arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. And then press through your legs, lift all the way up, take hands to hearts. Take a big breath in and out. Step your right foot back behind you, and we'll turn and pivot so that we're facing the long side of our mat. Sweep your arms back behind you, interlace fingers. Lift your heart, open your chest, and then slowly fold forward. Take another deep breath in and out. Soften the knees. Lift all the way tall. Arms stretch up. Hands come to heart. Look forward. Turn your left toes toward the front of your space and hug your right knee in. Release that foot down. Drop your bum. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Lengthen spine and then touch back. Step it into high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, heart draws forward, up dog or cobra, over toes, down dog. Left heel pivots, right foot steps forward. Inhale, arms reach up. On exhale, sweep your arms back behind you, interlace fingers, and start to lift your heart to the sky. Full inhale. Exhale, release, arms stretch up. Hands touch down, step back to high plank. Shift forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, over the toes, down dog. Left foot steps forward, right heel lowers. Did you just fall off your blanket? Come here. Sometimes we fall when we're balancing, and sometimes we fall when we're just laying down, huh? You're so cute. Inhale up into your warrior one, and then take your hands back. Try to interlace the funny feeling way. Lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades. You look concerned. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, hands touch down. Step on back, lower. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, over those toes. Take a breath in and out. Look forward, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Drop your bum. Reach your arms up. Find your cutest in your chair pose. Press through your heels. Stand all the way tall. Hands come to heart. Now, option here, you could step back with your left foot so that you're evening yourself out. I'm gonna face the other way just so I don't turn my butt to ya. So we'll step back out into our wide-legged forward fold. This time, arms reach out to the side and let your hands come down right underneath your shoulders. We'll wiggle our right hand toward our left foot. It might touch, it might not. And then left arm will reach up to the sky. And Boston will burp at you. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your left hand down. Left arm reaches for your right foot. Right arm can stretch up to the sky. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Feel this twist. Try to keep your hips relatively stable and twist from your torso. And then gently release right hand down. Lengthen your spine, soften into your knees, and stand all the way tall. Hands come to hearts. Turn and pivot your right toes to the top of your space. Left knee hugs in. Find that standing balance. And release your foot. You're a lady when you sit, but we all just heard you burp. Yeah. Drop your bum, reach your arms, find Utkatasana again. You're gonna love chair pose eventually. Take an inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, touch down. We'll step back to high plank. Remember, you can skip these chaturangas at any point. Lower and pull your heart forward. Work your way back to down dog. Right leg reaches up and back. And on exhale, cross your body. Touch your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, sweep up. One more time. Touch the knee to your left elbow. Stretch all the way up and step your foot in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, arms sweep up. Full inhale. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, look forward. Take your hands down to the inside of your right foot and then start to bend into your left knee, lifting your right toes off the ground. You're in charge of how far you lift here. And then come all the way back into your crescent lunge. Arms stretch up. And hands touch down. Step back, choose down dog or to lower through your vinyasa. Left leg reaches on up. Left knee crosses over to your right elbow. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, knee to your elbow. Inhale, reach. One more time, tap that knee under your body. Inhale, stretch up. Left foot steps lightly between your hands. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. slowly unwind. Hands come to the inside of that left foot. Start to walk down the mat, coming into Skandasana on the other side. Breathing here, opening up through the inner thigh, your hamstring, your groin, your hips. And then come all the way back through. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, hands touch down. Step back, find your down dog or lower through a vinyasa. Look forward, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, arms reach up, bum drops back, Utkatasana. Lift all the way up and hands come to hearts. Walk or step your feet as wide as your mat. Let your toes turn out slightly. We'll inhale, sweep arms up, and then exhale, lower into our malasana, our yogic squat. Whoa, was that scary? Right arm reach. Are you gonna help me here? Right arm in front of the right leg. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Can you do that? Left arm reaches back. Right hand can sneak around that right shin. If your hands touch, great. If they don't, please don't try to force that in any way. And releasing the side, switching sides. Left arm in front of left leg. Right arm reaches up. And then maybe we find that bind behind our back. Again, not necessary. Take another breath. And then release your hands back to heart. Now, if you'd like, your hands could come down to the ground and you could start to play with pulling your heart forward, lifting your knees up towards your armpits, and then maybe find those chaturanga arms and pull your toes up. Maybe you'll be so lucky that your puppy will give you a kiss right on the mouth. Nothing feels better than that, huh? Huh, you. Take another breath in. And out. Start to straighten your legs. Find your peace fingers around your big toes. And then go ahead and bend your elbows out to the side. Softening your knees. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands come to heart. Awesome. So a little bit more flow just for fun. We're going to step into our right foot, hug our left knee into our chest, and then step the left foot all the way back behind us, either in crescent or in our warrior one. We'll interlace our hands in front of our heart and then press the palms forward. Inhale, lift up overhead, and then lean to the left. Inhale, come back up through center. Take your arms out like a cactus. Right elbow over the left. We'll inhale, lift elbows up, and then see if it's possible, hands free, to transition kind of like a serpent all the way back into Skandasana on the left side. And then we'll transition back to the right side. Remember, hands can come on the ground at any point. Shift a few times, side to side. And then when you feel ready, come back around to your right side, lifting arms up, press into that right foot. Think of all the work we did in chair pose, and then gently hug your left knee into your chest, and wrap your left thigh over your right, maybe toes tucked, finding a full eagle shape. Unwind, unwrap, release. Give that all a shake, and we'll switch sides. Left foot presses, and we'll step our right foot back behind us in crescent or warrior one. Interlace hands the funny feeling way. Press your palms forward. Inhale, lift your arms up, find length, and lean to the left. Boston says this is far too much work. Inhale, come all the way up. Take your arms out like a cactus, left elbow over right. Work those elbows up and away, and then we'll start to transition, shifting side to side in Skandasana. Let it be flowy, let it be interesting. Pause when you want to pause, flow as you want to flow. You are in charge of how much you move into the shape. You might find that staying really low feels good, or staying slightly more lifted works for you. And then slowly transition back into your lunge, left foot facing forward. And then see if you can hug the right knee into your chest, bend into that left knee, wrap the toes around that left calf. Finding that eagle bind. Breathing, noticing where you feel unstable, and then gently unwind. Shake that all out. How are you feeling, Fluffy? She feels good about it. We're gonna walk our feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, lower down through Malasana, all the way down to your bum. Doesn't have to be graceful. You can, again, come join me. You can take a blanket underneath your sits bones and let your legs go wide here. We'll take a big breath in, and on exhale, walk ourselves forward into a forward fold. Beautiful. Keep that breath. Notice how your heart rate might have changed. And then as you feel ready, start to walk your hands up. We'll help our knees to pull in. Extend the right leg forward. Let the left knee come out to the side. Left foot to your inner right thigh. Arms stretch up. And exhale, fold in. On your next breath, lengthen your spine, walk your hands in, and then just see if it's possible to kind of rock that left hip a little bit. If you're sitting on a blanket, you can kind of slide off of it for this. And then see what would happen if you wrapped your left thigh over your left arm, trying to get it above the elbow if possible. Notice how that feels. And then maybe your hands land on the ground. And perhaps you can engage your low belly and start to pull your hips back. Maybe the right leg lifts right up off the ground. Just for fun, just to see what happens. Release the left leg, hug the right knee in, right foot inner thigh, arms stretch up, fold forward. Take another breath in, and then settle in any amount more if you feel like you're holding tension somewhere where it simply doesn't serve you. Letting your body release down. And then gently lift all the way back up. Take that right leg and start to rock it a little bit side to side. And if it feels good, right arm wiggles itself right underneath that right leg, and the leg kind of hugs into your tricep, almost like your leg is giving your arm a massage. It's a good way to frame it. We're going to take hands down to the ground, start to pull your left hip back, press into the earth, and see, will that left leg float up off the ground? And we'll shake it out, wiggle it out, let it go. Bringing both feet together. Taking a blanket underneath your sits bones if you'd like. Arms stretch up, and exhale, fold it forward. Again, that idea of finding length in your flow, letting yourself move from stability. Take another inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands back up. And we'll start to lower onto our backs, coming into a little heart opener. So bend knees, release down to the earth. Walk your hands towards your heels. And then see if you can start to wiggle your shoulder blades under your back, lifting your hips up, coming into a bridge shape. Try to activate your inner thighs as you lift up through the space below your sits bones. Take another inhale, and on exhale, slowly release your torso down. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Let your knees knock in towards center. Come back to your steady breath in and out through the nose. And then we'll lift up once more, coming into your bridge again if that suits you. Or if you're familiar with wheel, your hands could come back underneath your shoulders, and maybe you start to lift all the way up, pressing your arms nice and strong and straight. Inner thighs continue to be active, and then lowering back down, whichever back bend you chose. Let your knees knock back in towards center. Take a moment to feel that sense of stability. And then heel toe feet in. Start to press your hands against your thighs. Lift your shins so they're parallel to the earth. Resist that pressure with your legs and start to reconnect your core. Take another deep breath in and out, resetting your core, resetting your back. We'll take a block or a book or whatever you'd like that you have nearby underneath your bottom. We'll hug our knees into our chest and send feet straight up to the sky. You're going to take a moment to circle out your ankles here. Notice how your body's feeling, where you might feel some fatigue in your muscles. Take another breath in and out. Bend into your knees. Release the block out from underneath you. And then hug your knees into your chest. If you'd like a happy baby, you might reach up for the outsides of your feet. You could even kind of shift a little bit right and left. Noticing where in the body you still might be holding some tension. Letting that go. And we'll work our way down into Shavasana. Letting your legs extend out. Letting your arms rest out at your sides. Letting your whole body start to release from the effort of our practice. Taking this time to pause and feel the subtle shifts of energy through your body. Watch your breath become more and more calm. Letting your body feel supported by the earth below you. Take another deep breath in. And out, begin to wiggle through fingers and toes. And then stretching arms all the way up overhead. Take a full body breath in. And a big Draw knees back into your chest. Offer up a good squeeze. And then roll to whichever side you'd like. And sit all the way back up. When you come to your seat, feel free to stay here in meditation for as long as you'd like. Or draw hands to heart, let your eyes soften closed. Bow forehead to fingertips in gratitude. I wish you all abundant joy.